Hello guys, and welcome to this new tutorial. In this video I'm going to create the following dashboard using Amazon Prime data in Excel. As you can see, we're going to create different charts. We're going to start by horizontal bar charts for top 10 genres by total shows and also top 10 ratings by total shows. We have donut charts for total shows by type. We have total shows by release year. We have a map, and also we have different cards. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to use pivot tables. We are going to start by the basics of Excel to some of the advanced techniques used in Excel. But before start creating our charts, let's first explore our dataset. Here we have our dataset, so you can find the link in the description to download it directly from my GitHub. The first column is the show ID, so we have a unique show ID for each movie or TV show, because as you can see here in the type we have two types, so we have movies and TV shows. Next we have the title of each show, the director, the cast, the country. So here we have the date added, right? The release year, we have the rating, the duration, so for the movies it is in minutes and for the TV shows it is in seasons. Listed in, so mainly this is the genre. Then we have the description. So the first thing that we are going to do is that we are going to create 6 different pivot tables, and we are going to use these tables in order to create our charts. So to do that, we click on the table, insert, pivot table, new worksheet, okay, and the first one we name it top 10 genres by total shows. So we have top 10 genres by total shows, right? Okay, so move it here. Next one, same thing, new worksheet, top 10 ratings by total shows. Okay, same thing, we move it to the right. Next we have new worksheet, total shows by release year. Okay, move it to the right. Alright. Next we have total shows by type. So pivot table, new worksheet. So total shows by type. Okay, move it to the right. Next we have the map. Insert pivot table, new worksheet, name it map. Okay, and the last one it will be for the cards. So data, insert pivot table, new worksheet, it will be cards. Okay, like that we have all the pivot tables. Next we are going to create new worksheet, name it dashboard, and we remove the grid lines. So click on view, we remove the grid lines, and we select everything, right click, format cells, fill, more colors, custom, and we write the following code. So we have 19222T. Okay, okay. Alright, so move this one to the left. Alright. Now we create our first chart, and to do that we go to the first pivot table. So on the rows we will have list in, and on the values same thing, listed in as the count. So we select everything, right click, remove grand total, select everything, cap B. So right click in here and paste values. Alright, we go to insert table, okay. Alright, so here we have the genre, name it genre, and here we have total shows. Okay, so you can select everything, home, center, in the middle. Okay, and we click in here for total shows, number filters, top 10. Okay, so here we have the top 10 genre by total shows, and we sort that from the smallest to the largest. Next, we select everything, insert, recommended charts, all charts. So have here the bar, and here we have our horizontal bar chart. So select OK. So here we have top 10 genres by total shows. So we copy the title, paste it in here. We remove the grid lines and also add the labels. Okay, same thing. We select the x-axis and we delete that, so we don't need the axis. Now to format this one, we go to the bars, so series options, and gap width we select 20%. Okay, for the chart colors to fill, select the same color as the dashboard. For the text we put everything in white, so the color white. Same thing for the label and same thing for the title. Whereas for the bars, so the bar have color, we select more colors and we write the following code: 00AEE1. Okay, and here we have our first chart for top 10 genres by total shows. So we can copy this chart, dashboard, and we paste it in here. Alright, so here we have our chart. So right click, format chart area, soft border, we select the color as white, rounded corners, and the width it will be 1. Okay, next we follow the same steps for top 10 ratings by total shows. So go to the pivot table. Here we have the rating in the rows, and same thing, count of rating in the values. Right click, remove the, so right click, remove current total. We select everything, copy, paste values in here. We insert the table, so we put this as a table. Here we have the rating, and here we have the total shows. Alright, so same thing, number filters, top 10. Okay, we sort that from the smallest to the largest, and we select everything, insert, recommended charts, and we have here the chart. So for the title, we copy, paste it in here. We remove the grid lines. We remove the axis and we add the labels. Right click, format data series, gap width 20%, and for the colors, so it will be the same as the dashboard, and this one also will be in blue, whereas for the text it will be in white. So everything we put it in white. Right, we copy the chart and we put it in the dashboard. Okay, so we can put it here. right click, format. So for the border it will be white one and rounded corners. Okay, so here we have the second chart. Next we are going to create the area chart for total shows by release year. So click on the pivot table. So on the rows we have release year, the values we have the count of show ID, and on the columns we have the type. Okay, so here we select everything like that, copy, so right click, we paste the values. So here we have the year or release year, right? Here we have the movie and we have TV show. Select everything, insert, table, okay, so center in the middle, and now we are going to create the area chart. To do that, click on insert, recommended charts, all charts, area, and we select our chart. Okay, for the title we copy paste this one. For the grid lines we remove the grid lines, and same thing, I'm going to format. For the colors it will be the same as the dashboard, right? The text it will be in white, same thing in here, the title and the legend. Alright, so for the colors, this one it will be in blue, and the second one we put it in gray. Okay, so here we have our area chart for total shows by release year. So we copy this one and we paste it in our dashboard. Same thing, the border it will be white, one, rounded corners. Alright, so you can put it just like that. Okay, and we have our total shows by release year as an area chart. Next we are going to create the donut chart for total shows by type. So go to the pivot table, by type. So on the rows we have the type, and on the values we have the count of show ID. Alright, so we can select this one, copy, paste it in here as values. Here we have the type, and here we have the total shows. Alright, we select everything, insert, recommend charts, all charts, by, and we select the donut chart. Alright, now I'm going to format that. So format data series, the whole size it will be 50% or 60. For the colors, so this one it will be in blue, this one in gray. Alright, the title, copy paste this one. Okay, now for the labels, more options. Okay, so we can data labels, they are cut out, right? And we put it like that. Alright, no fill, no line. Okay, for the color it will be the same as the dashboard. For the border, no line. Okay, now we put everything in white. So for text it will be white, same thing in here, white, and here white. Whereas for these label options, right, so for the color no line and no field. Okay, we put the category, percentage, and the value. All right, put it this way. To the right, same thing in here. Okay, so here we have our donut chart for total shows by type. Same thing, we copy this one, paste it in the dashboard. Okay, so you can have it here, and for the border it will be white, 1, and rounded corners. Okay, so like that we get our donut chart for total shows by type. Next we are going to insert the logo. Same thing, you can find the link to download the logo in description, and to do that we click on insert, pictures, place over cells, this device. So we have our logo in here, picture format, crop to shape, and we select this shape, right? The border, it will be white. Okay, so you can decrease like that. It will be here. Okay, so here we have our logo. Next we have the map. So we go to map, and we have on the rows we have the country, and on the values we have the count of show ID, right? So we select everything, remove count total, we select everything, copy. So here paste values, right? Insert table. Okay, so here it will be country, and here it will be total shows, right? Total shows. Okay, so for country remove blank. Okay, we select everything, insert map, field map. Like that we get our map, right? So for the title it will be total shows by country, and now I'm going to format that. So for the color it will be the same as the dashboard, same thing for this one, and for the text it will be in white. Text options, white, white. So now we can copy the map and put it in the dashboard. Okay, now chart options, no border, so put it like this. All right, and we click on insert shapes, so add the shape in here and put it like that. Format, so shape format, no fill, the outline it will be white. Can decrease it this way. Okay, put it like this. Whereas for the map format, outline, no outline. All right, so if we close this one, so one thing that we can do is that we can arrange these charts. So we select all of them, align top, and same thing in here. line top. Okay, now we are going to add different cards. So to that we click on insert, shapes. So we have rectangle, rounded corners, and the first one like that. Okay, like this, and the format, so no fill, and the outline in white. Okay, so copy paste this one here like that. So we select both of them, shape, format, align top. Okay, we press Ctrl key, we paste them in here. Okay, and same thing, select both of them, Control Shift, and to get them like this. Okay, so this one a little bit like that. Okay, so if we select all the shapes, shape, format, align top. All right, now we can increase this one like this, decrease this one like that. Okay, so these two merge and center. Same thing in here. This three like that. Same thing in here. Same for these two. Merge and center, and for the last one like that. Home, merge and center. Okay, so same thing for 4. Increase it like this. So for the 2, home, it will be 20 in this color, bold. Whereas for 4, it will be 18 in white. Okay, so here we will have total shows. Next we have average duration for movies, so it will be in minutes. Here we'll have the average season. Here we'll have max season. Here we have start date and end date. Okay, now to find our values, we go to cards pivot table. So the first one, it will be the total shows. Okay, as the count, so we have 9,668. Okay, so just bring the cards next to the dashboard, right? So 9668, put it here, 9668. Next we have the start date, so we have the release year as the minimum, 1920. Next we have the maximum, max 2021. And now for the duration, If we go back in here, we put duration in the rows. As you can see here, we have the values, we have text, we have seasons, and we have minutes. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to select everything. First, we remove grand total, copy, right? And put it, or before we copy that, we first need to select one by one, right? So we select first the movie. Okay, so here we have all the movies. So you can see we have only minutes, right? So paste it in here as values, and we name it movies duration, right? Select, insert table. My table has headers. Okay, so now what we're going to do is that select everything, go to data, text to columns. Next, we're going to split, so we'll have the numbers and we have the duration in minutes on the right side. Next, finish. Okay, so here we have our new table, put it as table. Okay, we insert pivot table, existing worksheet, to put it in here, and we have here movies, right, as the number, as the average. So it will be 114 added to the dashboard, so 114 minutes. All right, now for the season I'm going to do the same thing. Come back in here, we select TV show, right? So copy, put it like that, have season duration. All right, select everything, insert table. Okay, same, we select everything like that, data, text to columns. Next, it will be so the delimiters space. Next, finish. Okay, so same thing in here, insert table. Okay, and insert pivot table, existing worksheet. Okay, so the name is seasons. Value, first we have the average, it will be 10. Okay, 10 seasons, and the maximum, same thing, value max. Okay, 29. Can put here 29. All right, so click here, and like that we get our final dashboard for Amazon Prime Video. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope that you have learned new things. Thanks for watching, and see you in next tutorial. In this video, I'm going to create the following Netflix dashboard using Excel. As you can see, I'm going to create different charts. So I'm going to start by a map, which represents total movies and TV shows by country. We're going to create bar charts, donut chart, area charts, and different KPIs. But before start creating our dashboard, let's first explore our dataset. So here we have our dataset, and our first column is the show ID. So we have a unique show ID for each type, either it's a movie or TV show. Then we have the title, the director, the cast, the country. So for country, it may be one single country or many countries working on the same movie or TV show. Then we have a date added, the release year, the rating, duration. So for movies, it is in minutes, and for TV show, it is in seasons listed in. So this is the general and the description. Now let's start by creating different pivot tables that we are going to use in order to create our charts. So mainly we are going to create 6 different pivot tables. And to do that, we click on the data, insert pivot table, new worksheet. Okay, so the first one, it will be for the map. Next we have pivot table, new worksheet. So we'll rename it top 10 genres, right? Next, insert pivot table. Okay, so we name it top 10 ratings, right? Next, we have another one for the dinner chart, so we name it movies and TV shows. Next, same thing, insert pivot table. Okay, total movies, total shows, and movies by year, right? And the final one, it will be for the cards. So insert pivot table. Okay, it will be cards. Alright, so we move data here and we create new worksheet, name it dashboard, right? And we go to view, we remove the grid lines, we select everything, right click, format cells, fill, and put it in black. Alright, okay. Now I'm going to create our map. So click on the table, we click on country, and we select the count of the ID, right? So values, count, okay. Now we select everything, we remove grand total, select everything, copy, so paste values in here, select everything, insert table, okay. Now double click, we go to here, right click, insert columns to the left, and we use the following formula to count the number of words we have in each row. So if we have one single word, it means a country, okay, so I'm going to use it to create the map. Or in case, for example, of United Kingdom or United States, then we are going to select the two words. And first we need to count the number of words, so use the following formula, length, right, trim, and we use our cell, which is E4, right, E4, okay, minus, so length, substitute, right, same thing, trim, E4, and we replace the space, okay, +1, okay. So here we have the number of words in each row, right? Now we select everything, we copy, create new worksheet, so paste it in here, right? And now I'm going to eliminate all the rows which have more than 2, everything except 1 and 2. Next we select 1 and 2, okay. Now as you can see, there are countries that have 2 words, for example United States or United Kingdom, and here we still have rows that have 2 names but with a comma in the middle. So what we are going to do is that we are going also to eliminate all the rows that have a comma. Alright, so do the same thing, text filters, contains, okay, so same thing, we select and here we get our final result for all the countries. All right, now we can sort that from the largest to the smallest. We can also remove blank. Okay, and we remove also this column. So this will be country, and this will be the total. Okay, so select everything, insert map, field map, and here we get our map. So we remove the legend, the title, it will be so total TV shows and movies by country. I'm going to format that so fill it will be in black, text it will be in white, and for the color, so it will be the maximum, it will be red, right, and the lowest value, so you can select this one. Okay, so like that we have our map for total TV shows and movies by country. So we can copy this map. All right, so decrease this one like that, put it here, so remove the border, insert shapes, so insert this shape like that with rounded corners, so no fill, and the outline it will be in white. Okay, okay, so like that we have our first chart, which is the map that represents total TV shows and movies by country. Next we are going to create the two horizontal bar charts for top 10 genres and top 10 ratings. So for top 10 genres we click on listed in, right, and same thing, the count of show ID. Okay, now same thing, select everything, we remove current total, select everything, copy, paste the values in here. So here we have genre, and here we have the total. Select everything, insert table, okay, and sort smallest to largest, and number filters top 10. Okay, so here we do have the top 10, and select everything, insert, recommend the charts, all charts, bar, and here we have our chart. Okay, now for the title it will be top 10 genres, right, by movies and TV shows. We remove the x-axis, same thing for the grid lines, and we add the labels. Okay, so remove grid lines. Now we format that so it will be black, right? Border, it will be white, round corners, and for the text it will be white. White, the same thing in here, white. Whereas for the bars, it will be in red. Okay, so we can put gap width 50%, and we copy the chart, paste it in the dashboard. Okay, can decrease like that. Okay, so here we have our second chart, which represents the top 10 genres by movies and TV shows. We can also decrease the text to 8, same thing in here. Also for the title, we can put it, for example, 11, same thing in here. For example, we can put it 11. All right. Next we have top 10 ratings, right? Close this one. We select rating, count of show ID, so remove current total, copy, paste the values in here. So here we have the rating, here we have the total, select insert table, okay, smallest to largest, and filter by, okay, insert recommended charts. Here we have top 10 ratings by movies and TV shows. So do exactly the same thing. We remove the grid lines, we add the labels, we remove the axis. Here we select 50%. Okay, for the colors it will be red, for the chart it will be black, and for the text it will be in white. Same thing in here, whereas for the border, in rounded corners. Okay, so copy dashboard and paste it in here. Close this one. All right. So here it will be 11, and here it will be 8. Okay, next we are going to create the donut chart. So it will be here, movies and TV shows. So we select the type and the count of show ID. All right, so remove current total, copy, paste values in here. So here we have the type, and here we have the total. Okay, so select everything, insert, recommend the charts, all charts by donut chart. Okay, so the title it will be movies and TV shows, right? We remove this one. So for the labels, more options. It will be the value, percentage, category name. Okay, now we're going to format that. It will be black, white, rounded corners. Now we don't have borders. Text it will be in white. Same thing for the title, like that. Same thing for this one. Okay, now for the donut hole size it will be 50%. For the colors, select red, and here we select, for example, this color. Okay, now copy and we paste it in here. Okay, so we can put it like that. All right, this one, this. Okay, now for this tree we can arrange and we put a line top. All right, next we are going to add the area chart. So total TV shows and movies by release year. So click on release year, put it in the rows. Then we have count of show ID, and we have the type in the columns. So remove grand total, select everything, same thing in here. So remove grand total, copy, and paste the values in here. All right, so here we do have the year. Here it is movie or TV show. So same thing, select everything, insert, recommend the charts, all charts, area chart. Here we have our chart. Okay, so we remove the grid lines, total movies and TV shows by release year. Now I'm going to format that. So for the colors, select red, and for the second one you can select, for example, this color. For the chart it will be black with borders in white and rounded corners, whereas for the text everything will be in white. Same thing for the title and the y-axis. Also the legend. Okay, so copy, go back to dashboard, paste it in here. So we said the borders in white rounded corners, so put it like that. decrease this one. Okay, can put it on the right like this, increase a little bit. Can do the same thing for the map. Okay, for example, for this shape, can increase the width, right? And we can do the same thing for this chart. But okay, and we can put it like this. Okay, so here decrease like that. All right. Okay, so like that we have our charts. Now I'm going to add the cards. All right, and to do that we click on insert, shapes, insert the shape. Can put it like that. Okay, can put it like this. No fill, the outline in white. So copy, paste this one. Can put it like this. Okay. Now select both of them. Copy here. Okay, so can decrease a little bit. Like that. And we do the same thing for the two. So select these two and copy paste it in here. All right. Okay, so we can select the shapes like that. Select and go to align top. Okay, and now I'm going to increase this one a little bit like that. Same thing for this one. All right, now I'm going to add the different values. We can also select all of them, that shape format, align, distribute like this. Now for this one we'll decrease like that, increase 3, same thing for 4, and we'll decrease 5. Okay, so for this one it will be white 14, bold, this one is white 12, and I'm going to merge, same thing for here, same here. Okay, and also in here. Okay, so the first one it will be all of them, also they will be like that. So the first one will be total ratings, then we have total titles, then we have total genres, we have start date, we have the end date, then we have the locations. All right, just for this one, you can put it like that. Okay, little generous. And now to calculate that, I'm going to use the cards sheet. So here, if we select, for example, locations or country, right? And if we want to put it in here as count distinct, we don't have the value in here. So what we are going to do is that we go back to data, insert pivot table, and we select this one, add this data to the data model. Okay, so now if we go back to country, put it in values, and if we want to select count distinct, we get the exact value. All right, so we have 543. Okay, so if we go back to the dashboard, for location we have 543. Okay, same thing, we can put it like that in the center. Then we have the start date and the end date. Okay, so if we go back to date or the release year, we have the minimum is 1925 and the maximum is 2020. Okay, so go back in here, 1925, and here we have 2020. Okay, so we can put it like that in the center. Then we have the total generous, so we go back in here, list it in value, count distinct, so we have 461. Okay, back to data dashboard, 461. Then the titles, same thing, title, count distinct, so we have 6144. And last thing, we have the ratings. So for ratings, we go back in here and we select count distinct. We have 15. Okay, all right, so here we have our final dashboard for Netflix movies and TV shows. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope that you have learned new things. Thanks for watching and see you in next tutorial. In this video, I'm going to create the following IBM HR dashboard using Excel. As you can see, we are going to create different charts. We are going to start by histograms. We have donut charts, horizontal bar charts, and vertical bar charts. But before start creating our dashboard, let's first explore our dataset. So here we have our dataset, and to download directly the dataset, you can find the link in the description. So the first column is the age, then we have the attribution, business travel, daily rate, we have the department, distance from home, education and education field, we have employee count, employee number, environment satisfaction, the gender, so we have male or female, the hourly rate, job involvement, job level, job role, and job satisfaction. Then we have marital status, okay, monthly income, monthly rate, we have number of companies worked, over 18, so all of them are over 18, overtime. Then we have percent salary hike, we have performance rating, relationship satisfaction, standard hours, stock option level, we have total working years, this is the experience. Then we have training times last year, work-life balance, we have years at company, years in current role, years since last promotion, and finally we have years with current manager. So now I'm going to create 8 different pivot tables that we are going to use in order to create our charts. But before doing that, we are going to first to rename this one to data, create a new sheet, name it dashboard, we click on view, and we remove the grid lines. Okay, then we go back to data, insert, pivot table, new sheet. Okay, this one, insert, pivot table, second, go back to data, insert, third one, insert, pivot table, okay, so get data here, same thing for dashboard. So this will be employees by age, okay, we copy that. Next one, employees by gender, then we have employees by hourly rate, then we have employees by job role, then employees by education field, next we have employees by department, next employees by marital status, and finally we have employees by business travel. Okay, like that we have all the pivot tables, and now I'm going to create our first chart. Okay, so for employees by age, we click on age, put it in the rows, and for the values we have employee count. All right, so select everything, we remove grand total, select everything, copy, and we paste the values in here. So this will be age, this will be the total. Okay, now we select everything, insert, recommend the charts, and we have here our chart. Okay, so double click in here, copy, we rename our chart, so we remove the grid lines, and now I'm going to format the chart. So for the color, click on fill, colors, more colors, custom, and we write the following code. So we have 108 EFF. Okay, and we do the same thing for the border, same color, round corners. Whereas for the text options, we select everything in black. Same thing for the x-axis and on the y-axis. Okay, now we copy the chart, we click on dashboard, and we paste our chart in here. Alright, like that we have our first chart, which is employees by age. Next we have employees by hourly rate, so same thing, we click in here, this one. So we have here the hourly rate, put it in the rows, and for the values we have the employee count. Alright, same thing, select everything, remove grand total, select everything, we copy, paste values in here, and here we have the hourly rate, Here we have the total, and select everything, insert, recommend the charts, and we have our chart in here. Okay, same thing, we format that. So for the colors, we select the same blue, remove the grid lines. For the title, copy and paste this one, and for the text, everything will be in black. So the title in black, the x-axis in black, and same thing for the y-axis. Okay, and we'll do the same thing for the border. So chart options, border, select the same blue, and the rounded corners. Same thing, we copy this chart, dashboard, and we paste it in here. Okay, so here we have our second chart. You can put it like that. Okay, so the next chart, it will be employees by gender, which is a donut chart. We click on employees by gender, right? We click on gender and on employee count. So we select, we paste values in here. So this will name it to gender, and here we have the total. Alright, so select everything, insert, recommend the charts, all charts, by. Here we have the donut chart. Okay, now I'm going to format that. So change the title, we remove legend. Now for the chart, the whole size, it will be 50% or 60%. For the labels, so there are labels, more options, label options. We have the percentage and the category name. Put it here, this one in here. So text options, it will be black, and same thing for the title in black. Whereas for the colors, for male, for example, we can select blue, and for female we can select, for example, gray. Okay, so for the border we select the blue with rounded corners. Now we copy our chart, click on dashboard, and we paste it in here. Okay, so we can put it in the center like that. Okay, so here we have our third chart, which is employees by gender. Next we will have employees by job role. So same thing, close this one, click on job role and also employee count. So we select this, copy, paste values. So here we have the job role, here we have the total, so select everything, insert, table, okay, and we sort from smallest to largest. Same thing, insert, recommend the charts, and here we have our chart. Okay, so remove grid lines, copy paste the title, we add the labels, and we remove the x-axis for the bars. So here it will be 50%. For the color, it will be the same blue, and for the text, it will be in black. Whereas for the border, same color, rounded corners. So same thing, copy this one, go to the dashboard and we paste it in here. Alright. So here we have our fourth chart. Okay. Next we have employees by education field. So same thing, we close this one, we click on education field, and same thing, employee count. We select our cells, copy, paste values in here. So name it education field. Here we have the total. Select everything, insert table, okay, and we sort from smallest to largest. Insert, recommended charts, and here we have our chart. Remove grid lines, rename it, we remove the x-axis, and we add the labels. For the bars 50%. For the colors we select the same color, and for the text everything it will be in black. And for the border it will be in blue, rounded corners. Okay, now copy this one and we paste it in here. Close this one. Keep it like that. Alright, so here we have our fifth chart. Next we're going to have a donut chart for employees by marital status. So same thing, we click on marital status, employee count. So select copy, paste values in here. Here we have the total, right? So select everything, insert, recommended charts, all charts by. Here we have the donut chart. Remove the legend, rename the chart. For the colors, like that. This one gray or this, and this one can be like that. Okay. Now for the chart we said whole size is 60, and for the labels more options. So here we will have the label options as percentage, value, and category name. Okay, put it here, put this one in here, this one in here. Okay, so the text will be in black. Same thing for the title. Whereas for the border of the chart it will be blue, rounded corners. Copy this one and we paste it in our dashboard. Okay, can put it here like this. Alright, so here we have our sixth chart, which is employees by marital status. Next we have employees by department. So we have vertical bar chart, right, which is in here. So same thing, we close this one, we click on department, employee count, we select our cells, copy, paste the values in here. So this would be the department, and this will be the total. So select everything, insert table. Okay, we sort from largest to smallest, insert recommended charts, and here we have our chart. So change the title, we remove the grid lines, we add the labels, same thing, we remove the y-axis. For the color, it will be blue. For the border, it will be blue rounded corners, and for the text it will be in black. So black, black, and black. Okay, so now copy this chart, dashboard, we'll paste it in here. Okay, next we are going to create our final chart, which is employees by business travel. So we go to employees by business travel, close this one, select business travel and employee count. So same thing, copy, paste values in here. So this is business travel, right? And here we have the total. Okay, so select everything, insert table. Okay, so largest to smallest, and we insert our chart. Okay, so we change the title, we remove the grid lines, we add the data labels, we remove the y-axis. For the bars, same color. For the chart, same color, rounded corners, and for the text it will be in black. Same thing for the labels and for the axis. Okay, so now copy this one, paste it into the dashboard. Alright, can put it like this. Okay, now we can also add the sizes. Format, we can put it 2 and 4. Same thing for this one, 2, 4. Okay, we select all of them, and we put them as 2 and 4. Alright, so these 3 shape format, align, distribute horizontally. Same thing in here, shape format, align, distribute horizontally. These 3 shape format, align, center. Same thing for these 3, shape, line center. Okay, now we add the IBM logo, right? Click in here, insert, pictures, place over cells, this device. Same thing, you can find the link in description to download the logo. And here we have our logo, so we can put it in the center. Alright, and like that we get our final dashboard for IBM HR data. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope that you have learned new things. Thanks for watching and see you in next tutorial. In this video, I'm going to create the following marketing dashboard using Excel. As you can see, I'm going to create different charts, starting from bar charts. We have donut charts, pie charts, and we are going to create all that using pivot tables in Excel. But before start creating our charts, let's first explore our dataset. So here we have our dataset that contains different information about the different customers. The first column is the ID of each customer, and we have the year of birth. Next we have the education, marital status, we have the income, kids at home, teens at home. Next we have the date of join, right? Recency. Here we have the different products. Okay, so we have fruits, meat, fish, sweets, and gold. We have number of deals, number of web purchases, catalog purchases, store purchases, and here number of visits per month. Next we have the campaign. Okay, so we have 3, 4, and 5. Okay, complaints. So here we have the contact, revenue, and the response, right? Now I'm going to create 9 different pivot tables for each chart and start creating our charts. To create the pivot tables, we click on Sheet, Insert, Pivot Table, New Worksheet. Okay, so the first sheet, it would be average income by education. So double click in here, average income by education, right? And so we move the worksheet to the left and we rename it data. Okay, next one, so insert pivot table, new worksheet. Okay, it will be the average income by marital status, right? So the average income by marital status. Same thing, move it to the right in here. Next we have customers by year of birth. Same thing, insert. So customers by year of birth. To the right. Next we have customers by marital status and kids. Okay, so customers by marital status and kids. Okay, next we have customers by education. So insert pivot table. Okay, so customers by education. Okay, put it here. Next, customers by complaint. Okay, so insert pivot table. Okay, so customers by complaints, right? Complaint. Move to the right. Next we have customers by marital status. Okay, so insert. Okay, customers by marital status. Same thing, we move to the right. Next we have the purchase place, pivot table. Okay, so we have purchase place, and finally we have the products. Insert pivot table. Okay, name it products, and we go to the right. Okay, so like that we have the 9 pivot tables. Now we click in here, view sheet, we name it dashboard. Okay, so click on view, remove the grid lines, we select everything, right click, format cells, fill, more colors, custom, and we write the following code. So we have 1E2630. Okay, okay. Now create our first chart, which is average income by education. So we click on sheet, click on education, and we drag and drop the income into the values as the average. Okay, now select copy, paste the values. So here we have education, right? And here we have the average income. Alright, so select everything, insert table. Okay, so for these values, click on home and 0 decimal places, and we like that from smallest to the largest. Select everything, insert, command the charts, and here we have our first chart. Okay, average income by education. So change the title, we remove the grid lines, we add the labels, same thing, remove the x-axis, and we are going to format that. So for the color fill, it will be the same as the dashboard. For the bars, so for the color, more colors, and we write the following code: 9CA0A8. Okay, and same thing for the text. Okay, labels. Okay, and the title also. Okay, right. Now for the bars, the gap, it will be 60%. We copy, paste it in the dashboard, and for the border, we select the same color with rounded corners. We can put it here like that. I like that to get our first chart. Next we have the average income by marital status. So we are going to follow exactly the same steps. We click on the sheet, click on the table. So we have marital status, the average income. So copy, paste the values in here. This one is marital status. This average income. All right, we select everything, insert table. All right, okay, sort from smallest to largest, and we add the chart. Okay, same thing, no grid lines, we add the labels, remove the axis, average income, by marital status. Okay, for the color, the same as the dashboard. Text, have our color, same thing for the title and the axis. Also for the bars, so the gap it will be 60% and the color it will be the same color. Okay, now we select our chart, copy, paste it in here. For the border it will be same color with rounded corners. Alright, close this one, put it like that. Okay, like that we get our second chart. Next we have customers by year of birth. So click on year of birth, the rows, and count of ID in the values. Okay, same thing, we select everything. So remove current total, select everything, copy, paste values. So here it will be year of birth, here we have the total, select everything, insert table. Okay, insert recommended charts, and here we have our chart. Okay, so same thing, we remove the grid lines, we change the title, so for the color it will be the same as the dashboard. For text we have our color, same thing in here, same thing for the title and also for the bars, and we select our color. Okay, now we copy and we paste in the dashboard. For the border, same color with rounded corners. Close this one, so select our chart to put it in here. Okay, like that. So like that we get our third chart, which is customers by year of birth. Next we have customers by marital status and kids. So here we select marital status in the rows and kids at home in the values. So we select, copy, paste the values in here. So here we have marital status, here we have kids at home, okay, so select everything, insert table, okay, sort from largest to smallest, select everything, insert recommended charts, and we have our chart. Okay, so same thing, we're going to format that, remove the grid lines, we add the labels, right? So remove the axis, and so for right click, format chart area, so the color it will be the same as the dashboard. For the bars we have same color, and also for the text title and also the labels. Okay, now for the bars gap width it will be 80%. Alright, now we copy the chart and we paste it in here with the border same color and rounded corners. Close this one, can put it like that. Okay, so here we have our fourth chart, right, which is customers by marital status and kids at home. So customers by marital status and kids at home. Alright, next we have customers by education. So I'm going to create a donut chart, right? Customers by education, click on education and count of ID in the values. Okay, same thing, we select, copy, paste values in here. Here we have education, and here we have the total. Select everything, insert table. Okay, here we largest to smallest, select everything, insert command charts, all charts by, and you select the donut chart. Okay, now we remove the legend, we change the title, color the same as the dashboard, right? For the donut chart, no line. For the colors, I'm going to change the colors, right? Select this one. Next one. Next. For the title, select the same color, right? For the donut hole size, we put it like 60%. Okay, and we add the labels. So there are labels, more options. So go to the label options, right? So add the value, the percentage, don't show the lines, and category name. For the color, it will be the same color. And we put it here for this one. Second one in here, like that. Second cycle and the basic. We copy this one, go to the dashboard, paste it in here, border same color, rounded corners, and put it in here. Okay, like this. Okay, like that we have our fifth chart, which is customers by education. Next we have customers by marital status, right? So we go to the table customers by marital status, click on marital status, count of ID. Okay, same thing, copy, paste the values in here. So here we select marital status, and here we have the total. Select everything, insert table. Okay, so sort largest to smallest. Select everything, insert recommended charts. So all charts by, and we select the donut chart. Okay, we remove the legend and modify the title. Now we start by the size, so the whole size will be 60%. Next we have the color, same as the dashboard, no line for the border, and we change the colors. Okay, we'll select this one. Next, okay, same thing for the title, and also we add the labels. So label, more options, label options, the name, the percentage, and with the show the lines. For the color, it will be the same color. Okay, so put it like this, put it like that in here, like this, divorced, and alone like that. Okay, can decrease this one a little bit. All right, so like that we have our chart. We copy and we paste it in the dashboard. Okay, put it here like this, decrease. Okay, so for the border it will be same color, round corners, and we can decrease it like this. Alright, here we have our chart for customers by marital status. Next we have customers by complaints. Okay, so go to customers by complaints. So customers. Here we select the complaint on the rows and count of ID in the values, right? Count. So we copy the 4 cells, paste the values, insert, recommend the charts, all charts, by, we add our chart. Okay, now change the title, we remove legend, color same as the dashboard, no line for the border, text same. Okay, now we add the labels. So there are labels, more options. Here we select category name, percentage, and for the text it will be the same color, right? So for this one I can put it here, and this one put it down here. For the color So the whole will be 60, and also the colors for this one, it will be, for example, this color or this color, right? This gray. And here we can put it, for example, in white. Now copy, paste it in here, right? Now border to be same color, round corners, and we decrease it like this. All right, can decrease this one, and this one, decrease it like that. Okay, so like that we have all the donut charts. Now I'm going to start creating our pie charts. So just for this chart, if we come back in here, customers by complaint, as you can see, it is not very clear because when I created the table, I didn't put the titles in here. So it is better if you put here complaint, here the total, so that you will have here for complaint 5%, not complaint 95%. Okay, so what we're going to do is that I'm going to show only the percentage, and it is 5% for complaint and 95% for not complaint. Okay, same thing in here. Because I didn't add the column names for the table. Next, we are going to create the pie chart for purchase places, right? Click on purchase place, close this one. So we have web, catalog, and store. So select everything, copy, paste it, transpose, same thing, you copy and you paste the values. So here we name it place, this is the total. So here we have web, right? Next we have catalog, and we have the store. Okay, so select everything, insert, recommend the charts, and we add the pie chart, right? So remove the legend, we modify the title, the color the same as the dashboard, no border, no line, right? No line. Whereas for this folder it will be automatic, same color, rounded. Same thing for the text in here, and also the colors. So the first one, for example, we can put this color. Next, this color, for example, and also we add the labels. So for the labels, outside and more options. So we add the percentage, the category name, and for the color it will be the same color. Okay, so here we have the purchase place, copy, and we paste it in our dashboard. Okay, just put it like this, decrease this one, and you put it in here. Alright, this is for the purchase place, and the last one, it will be for the products. For example, we can choose 5 products. Okay, so come back in here, products, and for example we can choose the fruits, meat, fish, sweets, and cold. Same thing, we select everything, we copy, transpose, copy one more time, paste values, product, and the total. So here, for example, we can change the name, fruits, meat, fish, sweets, and gold. So do the same thing, select everything, insert. So recommend the charts, we have the pie. Okay, same thing, we remove the legend, we change the title, change the color as the dashboard, we remove the border, and we add the border for the chart. Same color, round corners, same thing for the text, and also the colors in here. For example, you can choose other colors like this. This one. For this one, you can choose like that. Like this. Okay. I think these two are the same, so change it to this one. And we add the labels. So labels, outside and more options. So we add category name and the percentage with the text as the same color. Alright, now if we copy, paste it in our dashboard, close this one, this one can decrease it like this. Okay, this one. Alright, and like that we get our final marketing dashboard. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope that you have learned new things. Thanks for watching and see you in next tutorial. In this video, I'm going to create the following dashboard using Hollywood Stories dataset. As you can see, I'm going to create different charts. So I'm going to start by creating horizontal bar charts for profitability by lead studio and by lead genre. We have 3 donut charts for total films by genre, by lead studio, and also by year. And also I'm going to create 2 scatter plots, which are mainly used for relationships and correlation. But before start creating our charts, let's first explore our dataset. So here we have our dataset, and as you can see, we have 8 columns. So we have the film title or the film name, we have the genre, lead studio, the audience score in percentage, profitability, Rotten Tomatoes percentage, worldwide growth, and the year. And in order to create our charts, we are going to need pivot tables. And to create the pivot tables, we click on our dataset, click on insert, and we are going to add 5 different pivot tables. So we click on pivot table, new worksheet, okay. So we rename it profitability by lead studio, right? Next we are going to add another one, which will be profitability by genre. Next we have total films by lead studio. copy. Next we have profitability by genre, and last one it will be total films by year. Okay, and for the two scatter plots we don't need pivot tables, but we are going to copy the two columns that we are going to use in order to create our charts. Okay, to create our first chart, we go back to the first pivot table, we select lead studio and profitability on the values. So copy values, paste them in here. So here we have lead studio, here we have profitability, insert table. Okay, so sort smallest to largest, insert recommended charts, and here we have our chart in here. So the title it will be profitability by lead studio, and the labels we remove the grid lines, and for the labels we put them with only one decimal number, and we remove the x-axis. Now we format that. So for the color it will be black, and for the width it will be 50%. Same thing for the text, so everything will be black, and this one also black. Whereas for the border, same thing, it will be black, rounded corners. Okay, so we need to create new worksheet, name it dashboard. We click on view and we remove the grid lines. Okay, so here we copy and we paste it in our dashboard. Alright, so here we have our first chart. Go home, we can decrease the text like that. Same thing for the labels. Okay, so if we go back to here, we can remove blank. Okay, and it is removed in here, right? Next we have profitability by genre. So go back in here, we do the same thing. We select genre and profitability. Select everything, copy, paste it in here. Have the genre here, profitability. One decimal number. Okay, and smallest to largest. We add our chart. Okay, so here it will be by genre. Same thing, we add the labels, we remove the grid lines and the x-axis. Whereas for the colors, so for the bars, it will be black, 50%. And same thing for the text, so put everything in black. Whereas for the border, it will be black, rounded corners. Okay, so same thing, we copy the chart, we paste it in here. Like that. So here we have 7, same thing in here. All right, like that we have our bar charts. Next we have the donut charts. So we start by total films by lead studio. Click on studio and count of film. All right, so here we can select the top 5, copy, paste in here. So we have the lead studio, we have total films, right? So select everything, insert table. My table has headers, okay. Sort smallest to largest. To filter, we select the top 5. Okay. All right. So insert, recommend charts, all charts. Here we have our donut chart. Okay. It will be 60%. We remove. We change the title. And for the labels, label options, I have the name and percentage. All right. Okay, so I can put it out here. So the text, it will be black. Same thing for the title, and for the border, black, round corners. Here we don't have the border. And for the colors, first one, for example, it will be this one. Next we have this one. Okay, so can copy, paste it in here. Can decrease it to 7. All right, so here we have our first donut chart. Next we have total films by genre. So same thing, we select the genre and the count of film. Copy, paste the values in here. We have the genre. Here we have the total films. Okay. Insert table, okay. Smallest to largest, insert, and here we have our donut chart. Okay. Add the labels. Text options, it will be black, same thing in here, and it will be 60%. No border. Whereas for the chart, border in black, rounded corners. So for the labels, we can put them just like that. Options, no line. Okay, and for the colors, we can also change the colors. First one. copy, and here we have our second chart in here. Can decrease this one like this. Alright, here we have our second donut chart. Next we have the total films by year. So we go to the pivot table. We select the year and the count of film. So select everything, copy, paste. Have the year. And here we have the total films. We insert the recommended charts, which is the donut chart. So remove the legend. We change the title to total films by year. So no line for the charts, and we add our labels. So we can just put the labels out, right? For the text it will be black. Same thing for the title. Whereas for the border it will be also black and rounded corners. It will be 60%. So here we change the colors. Okay, like that we get our chart. So we copy and paste it in our dashboard. Can decrease this one a little bit. Same thing, we could put the two in the center because we are going to add two scatter plots, right? And to add scatter plots, we don't need pivot tables. So what we are going to do is that we are going to copy the two columns for each chart. So start by Rotten Tomatoes and audience score. So we copy the two columns, create a new worksheet, and we paste them in here. We put the audience score in the second column. We select everything and we insert the recommended chart, which is the scatter plot. Okay, so now I'm going to format that. Start by the title. So remove the grid lines. Text it will be in black. Same thing for the axis. Also for the border, black rounded corners. And also the markers, we are going to put them in black. Okay, so like that we get our chart. We can copy the chart and we paste it in our dashboard. Okay, next do the same thing for the second scatter plot. So we select Rotten Tomatoes and worldwide growth. We copy and we create new worksheet. We paste it in here. Same thing, we select everything, insert recommended charts, and we have the scatter plot. Also can change the title. First we're going to put it up here. Okay, certain tomatoes, worldwide growth, have the correlation. Now I'm going to format that same thing by removing grid lines, and also we change the text into black. Same thing for the axis and also for the marker. Okay, the border, same thing, it will be black rounded corners, and we can copy and paste our chart into the dashboard. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. I hope that you have learned new things. Thanks for watching and see you in next tutorial.